Hey there, War Gamers, Justin the Iron Painter here, and we are now live. We had Mr. Zombie Brush popping in here. He did have to go, but he did pop in to say hi, so if you guys aren't following him, pop on over, hit that follow button, show some hobby love, and let him know who sent you. For everyone else who has tuned in early, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I hope you've been having a good week. My day yesterday was not super stellar, as my Jeep won't crank, so I didn't get to go to work. And I'm waiting on some friends to be coming over today to help me look at it and see if it is indeed the starter. It would be nice if it was something a little simpler than that, but hopefully it's not anything worse than that. That would be great. So we'll see what comes of that when they get here this evening. Hopefully some form of good news. So, but not all is bad in Justin Land, I suppose. We got some art we get to do today and hang out with all of you. So hopefully you guys are having a good week, a good day. If you get any hobby progress in and would like to share with us, I highly encourage you to throw up those pictures on Facebook, Discord, grab some Instagram links, tag me in those posts. Let me see what you've been working on. Before we get started here today, I am going to do a quick wipe down right here in front of my paint cup. It appears that I've been splashing a lot of water over here, and it's leaving little paint residues. So we'll clean that up a little bit. Wax on, wax off. That's what it feels like. I got a lot of dried paint on here from my palette. From my palette. What kind of funny story you got for us today, Def? I got a feeling this funny story might not be that funny. Hey, welcome back, Z. How you doing, man? I did see your message at the beginning. You said that you were, you had to step away for kiddo stuff. But welcome back. Yep. Gave you a little bit of a shout out, but not a whole lot of people here. But it did. Alright. So yesterday, we were working on kind of pushing some shadows. So I think that's what we're going to pick up with today. We were using some Vallejo. Dragon, the man, the myth, the Korinsky himself. How you doing? The two buildings you got that you posted up earlier today are awesome, man. Super sick. Let's move some stuff around over here on the desk. Really need to just reorganize. I got stuff everywhere. Oh, that's good to hear, man. Let's flip this around. Yeah, that's like it's comedy in the sense of it's not funny, but like irony type shit. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous, dude. Do you get paid time off? Do you get sick leave? I hope so. Well, that's good at least. It's got to be really rough as a parent with a young child, because like you catch it and you have to be hands-on with your kid and you don't want to give it to them again. But you're a parent with a young kid, you know. Yeah, that's rough, dude. There we go. So I responded to my mate. We think that might be what it is. Yesterday, and recently this has been doing this in general. It just, yesterday it stopped. When you go to crank it, it's like, and it kind of like builds up and then goes, and it stops. And then does nothing or clicks. I've had that happen before, and I would just wait a few minutes and try and crank it, and it would be a weak crank, but it would crank. And now it won't. All my electronics work. We tried to jump it off. That didn't work, so I don't think it's the battery. Well, hopefully it doesn't get any worse, man. Hey, man. Well, that sounds good. Glad you got a little kiddo. Hope they are doing well. Hope the new job is good. If you guys are following Straight 10 here, pop on over, hit that follow button, show some hobby love. But yeah, man, that's awesome news. Daph, I'm assuming you're going to be on the quick list or whatever it is for getting vaccinated as you work law enforcement. Any updates on when you're going to be able to tackle that? What's up, Snoofy? How you doing? No problem, no problem. Yeah. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I'm hoping that it is effective. We'll see. I saw a post about another country who's using it, or their own, whatever the thing was, but they were having some really good results, in particular with the at-risk population. So fingers are crossed. I'm really wanting us to get back to some form of normalcy in my lifetime, and granted it's only been like a year of us kind of being down and out, but that's long enough. I'm ready for some normal life to be back, you know? So I'm hoping it works. Put this nightmare behind us would be ideal. I am enjoying trying to push the shadows. I'm not 100% that I've done a super amazing job doing it, but it is interesting to see how it kind of pans out here. I think that's been a lot of people's concerns. Yep. And I think there's a big difference between anti-vaxxers in general, which I think are stupid people, and then people who are skeptical of something coming out very quickly and they're open to taking vaccines because they work, but they just want to make sure that what they're taking wasn't rushed and going to cause harm. You know, like that. A healthy dose of skepticism, I suppose. Is that the word? Caution? It makes sense. But people who think that they can rub crystals together and chickenpox and polio and smallpox and all that shit won't affect them or their kids, I think are stupid. My opinion. You know, vaccines work for a reason. Hence why we don't have polio or tuberculosis and other shit things. Like, is there a vaccine for TB, or we just like don't have it? I don't remember. the point is, there are people that believe that, like, we're just fine. It's like, we're fine because everyone's vaccinated for those things. In 20 years, if no one got vaccinated for polio or smallpox, we're at risk of it coming back. That's what happens. That's why, like, third world countries that don't have good vaccination have problems with some of this shit. I mean, watch a video or look at some photos of an iron lung, and tell me you want that. It's like, it's stupid. But being skeptical or cautious, it makes sense to me. Like, I get that for sure. Yep. Attack Gaming says you just have to make sure your jade stone absorbs enough moonlight. I thought he was talking about these stones from moonlight from the third moon on the of the month, right? Yep. And then you gotta clack them together and do 3 circles and collect 7 jade stones. And when you clack them, you can turn them orange, and then little stars appear in them. And then you can make a wish, and this big green dragon shows up, and he will bring your family back from the dead who died because you didn't vaccinate your kids. Dragon balls. Yeah, that's silly. Hope that made you spit out your Coke, or your coffee, or your milk, or your Mountain Dew. Brought it full circle. Yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday. Ironically, his name is also Justin, and he is also a cop. And he was talking to me about political stuff, which I usually don't enjoy doing. Politics is not something I have a lot of fun talking about. I think it's something that needs to be talked about, but more often than not, people can't come to an agreement or a compromise, and then it's almost pointless to even have the conversation because nothing was gained. Some people are staunch in their ways, and nothing you say can change them, and they're unwilling to listen to anything, and vice versa. But he was talking to me about stuff, and I really didn't want to get into it, but he listened to what I had to say, and I was talking to him, and I was offering, my opinions on stuff, and he goes, it's really nice to be able to talk to someone who didn't just resort to, you're stupid. And I was like, well, here's the deal. I lie somewhere in the middle. I have views that are on this side of the line, on that side of the line, and I think that's where you should be, and you try and find that middle ground that works, best for, the most Americans, do the most good you can. And I said, a lot of people can't seem to do that, and you just get people who think they're right, and they scream louder than the other guy, and that other guy thinks he's right, so he screams louder than the other person, and I'm in the middle with my ears plugged going, can't you two just find that middle ground that is going to give us some kind of results that are good versus no results at all? Can we do something? And that's why I'm not affiliated with a party. I'm registered independent. And some states, independent's different. Here, that lets me choose the ballot I want. In some states, you'd have to be registered like unaffiliated or something, but North Carolina, it's independent. Yeah. Yeah. Chakra flow attacked this virus directly. John, the one thing I will say to that is, look in your pocket right now. We're carrying $1,000 computer that does stuff that the crafts we sent to the moon could not do without giant computers and lots of space. So in the past, vaccines took a lot longer to develop, and I get that, but also technology and things we have at our disposal have also moved forward. So this vaccine did come really quickly, but if the vaccine had taken 2 years, people would probably still be saying that it was so quick because the X vaccine of the past took so long to develop. And it's like, I'm gonna try to put some faith in our healthcare, scientists and shit, pharmaceutical scientists, not the ones trying to make money, but people trying to cure stuff, because technology has gotten better, and I like to think that I'm gonna lean towards that before I go into a conspiracy theory. Basically, give me the proof of the conspiracy, and I'll start buying into it. Until then, I'm gonna assume that just science and technology has gotten better, and that's helped. But there's always gonna be a naysayer. So. I'd buy a little bit more of the conspiracy if this wasn't a global thing. If it was just, here, I might buy some more of the conspiracy with politics, but, like, it's not, And unless there's some grand, wizard out there, not a KKK wizard, but, some tech wizard who's controlling all the internet and making up all the shit for all the other countries and hiding all the stuff from us to make it just us isolating and lying to ourselves, like, it's just too unrealistic to think that it's a hoax or some dumb shit, But we'll see. I'm hoping that everything works out. Yeah, I have not gotten his iris and pupil done. Just kind of waiting for it. Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. And what's up, Mr. Colby? How are you doing? I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole of healthcare, science, politics, and conspiracies and all that stuff. But Colby also is in the medical realm to a degree, as he does stuff for a university with teaching. So he has a little bit of a different perspective. But yeah, like I said, I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole. I'm not sure if much good's going to come from it. I just want things to go back to normal, and I hope this works, because I want some normalcy back. Hey, doggy treats! Colby, I'm hoping to link up with you and Noah again. I played some games with Keller last night. That's when, the other Justin Cop I was talking about. I did play with him a little bit before we went to work. I normally don't catch you guys that early, but with the Jeep being inoperable right now, I was unable to get to work, so I did some work from home and then played a few matches with him before he went to work, which was cool. But I was hoping to catch up with you guys too, but our schedules just have not been linking up. And Daff, if MechWarrior Online is something that looks like it would suit your fancy, it is free, and I've been playing a lot of that with several people on Discord. Hobby Dad Gaming being one of them. Last night we had some pretty solid games, and then he and I think one of the other guys went and played some Tarkov after I got off on. They were kind enough to play MechWarrior with me, as we can all play that, and then they went and played Tarkov, which they are good at, and I am awful. Fortunately, we have some free games we can play together. There might be a few World of Warcraft people in here too. We got some Diablo people, Daff. I know you recently got that computer, so might be able to sync up and play some games with you. Which would be cool, because I don't think we've ever played any games together. Aside from Pokemon. Oh, it's a fun night. It's a fun game. It's basically mecha robots. You blow shit up. Think like, sort of like Call of Duty, but you're piloting a mech. Not quite as fast-paced as Call of Duty. Or traditional online shooters. Okay. That or Daff, John and I also play World of Warships, if World War II stuff is more your style. Occasionally we'll pop onto War of Warplanes as well. Also some free games. I'm not opposed to spending money on games, but I have a habit of buying games and then not having the time to play them, so I usually refrain from spending money on a title unless I'm 100% sure I'm going to play it, which unfortunately I broke that kind of rule with myself when I picked up Cyberpunk, and still haven't played it since the week it came out. I played it a couple hours and that was it. I think it's a cool game. I just haven't had time, and when I do have time to game, I try and play stuff that's a little bit more casual. Not that game couldn't be casual, but like, I'm not a fast-paced gamer, and that's a bit of an action-y, shooter-y kind of game. Usually not my straight go-to when I'm trying to relax. I hope you're talking to someone in the chat who plays Tarkov. Okay, kind of want to push this a little bit more. So I did see that you guys got a new vehicle, John. What up, Clan Wolf? How was work today? Oh, still at work. What are you on break? Well, John plays a lot. He loves it. It's like his favorite damn game. Oh, so almost done then, yeah? Keller was telling me that Noah might have got banned from League for raging on someone. Nice. Boom. Alright, so hair dryer time. Trying to get that black hair that I was putting on his shoulders dried. It's still a little wet. Okay. Okay. Let's see how thin that makes that. Big Ford trucks, Dodge Ram 1500, son, and you gotta take the back of it and you gotta dump it. You gotta dump the bed. You gotta dump the truck. And just, you know, you gotta drag the tailgate when you drive around. No, I'm not a fucking troglodyte. Yeah, yeah. That's funny. It seems like such a waste of a truck. Hey, pretty Bell. Hey, pretty Bell. What are you doing, huh? I hear you over there, pre-girl. I hear you. What you got? I don't see no toy. I don't see one. Did you roll one under? You did. You put a ball under my chair. You want to jump for them so they see you? Hmm? You want them to see you? You would make me have to, like, adjust the camera here, wouldn't you? Doggo. Alright, pre-girl. They see you now? Well, you gotta wait. You can't get in my lap. You gotta catch it. You gotta catch it. Here, let's just turn the camera back this way. Who's that girl? You ready? You ready? Ready? Yeah. She's like, I was born ready. What dog doesn't want that ball? I want the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. But I can't sit here and play with it, pre-girl. I gotta work on this model. I'm sorry, I know. Hey. She hasn't got treats yet. They've been claimed, haven't got them. I gotta take a break. But Daff did claim them, so she'll get 3 treats later. See, you'll get treats later, pre-girl. So I want treats now. Give me my treats now. I'm a good puppy. You asshole. Yeah. I go to grab her ball and she tries to attack it before I can get to it. It's like, you want the ball or not? And on that note, Mr. Lando, how are you doing today, man? How goes the Space Wolf Assault unit that you've been building? And how are you? I think that is looking pretty good. Well, enjoy your walk and be safe. Yeah, are they resin jump packs? Bell, I hear you back there, pretty girl. I do. I hear you. You're breathing all heavy. You are. You're breathing heavy. Nice. Okay. Pretty girl. I know you feel so neglected today. You do. I can tell. You do. You feel neglected. So you don't want to play with me, Justin, but you, Mom and Dad play with me today, Justin. And then you know playtime. Justin, play with me. Okay. I feel like I may have spent more time on the metallic part on this guy than I initially intended to. I do like that sheen on him. It's looking pretty cool. I like how he's come together. It's you don't realize it while you're doing it, and then all of a sudden, at some point, like it looks like shit until it doesn't. And he's really started coming together. What's up, Nick? How you doing today, man? Nice. Are you having fun working on them? Okay. So long as you're enjoying it and learning something, that is what matters. I'm sure you'll have a cool guy when he's done. Necrons are pretty forgiving too, unlike like Space Marines. The detail levels on the Necrons are pretty tame compared to the Space Marine HQ with all the shit all over them. So you really get to focus on the areas you want to look at on Necrons, and you don't have to worry so much about extra heraldry and stuff. Which is a good and a bad thing. Good in that it's simple, bad in that maybe you wanted more and you didn't get it. But Necrons are a pretty kind of Spartan army on that regard. Like, they don't have all the extra frills because they don't need all the extra frills. Like, Necrons don't need pants and purity seals. All they need is their Gauss and, pew pew at the bad guys. Nice. Please don't spoil it. I'm reading the books that lead up to it. They're not required, but there's a list of books at the beginning that he recommends reading first, so to kind of set the stage and get you prepped for some of the stuff that's going to happen. I do know I'm in that book, so hopefully I am pretty cool, but don't spoil it. I already know some of what happens. I've read some reviews on it and saw some of the comments on Facebook. The community was pretty good about not spoiling it for a few weeks, and then they just kind of were openly talking about it. So I've seen a few things, and honestly, it's stuff that I pretty much expected, if I'm honest. But I know my character didn't die, and that's what was important. I was talking about some BattleTech stuff. All right, I'm gonna read these to you. At a BattleTech Writers Summit, we decided it would be best to expand some of the stories and scope. So parts of the original draft of this book ended up in Divided We Fall, Rock of the Republic, Icons of War, Children of Kerensky. I highly recommend that you read those books before this novel. While not required, they give you a more complete story. Hour of the Wolf, however, is intended to be a story all its own. So, Divided We Fall, Rock of the Republic, Icons of War, and Children of Kerensky. Blaine wrote Divided We Fall, Rock of the Republic, and Children of Kerensky. I think there's a different author who wrote Icons of War. Then if you look down here, there's a name that looks very familiar. That's me! I've already read Divided We Fall. That one's pretty good. The Icons of War is the third one in the list he recommends. It's by Craig A. Reed Jr. These are small books, too. You read these in a couple days, probably. Children of Kerensky is the last one, and then Rock of the Republic is the one I'm reading right now. And look, Orlando, it's either you or Dragon that's a big fan of the Tundra Wolf. There it is. And I think that's a Jupiter, I think. The model, the Iron Winds model, is not very cool looking, but that artwork is dope. If they had a cool model for that, I'd buy it. The computer one's just shit. But like, dude, it's got 4 rotary autocannons on it and 2 what looks like LRM. What's that? 4, 8, 12, 16. That's 16. LRMs don't come in that, so it's probably like an ATM or something, or SRMs maybe. I don't know. But like, that's a big boy right there. Is that a Ryokan? I thought it was a Jupiter. I didn't think the Ryokan looked like that. I thought I bought a Ryokan. Let me verify. Unless that's like, oh, Ryokan 2. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah. I was about to say, I knew it wasn't the regular Ryokan. That's fair. What is the Jupiter? BattleTech Jupiter. There it is. Well, I feel like it's an easy mistake to make. Yeah, they are very different, but with the 2 big missile launchers at the top, 2 big arms. He does have cannons there. He doesn't, but like the figures, the cockpit's different too. But like at a glance, I could see that being an easy mistake. He's got 4 rotaries, but 2 in the chest up top, and he's got 2. So I got confused. Yeah. Yeah. I knew the Tundra Wolf. I knew that one. And if you guys haven't read it, this is one of my favorite books. And there's the Tundra Wolf too. This one in the photo doesn't have. It's aiming down. It's got the rocket pod and the autocannon or laser. They're aiming down, whereas this one's up in the angle you're looking at it. But yep, this is a really good book if you guys haven't read it. So yeah. Anyway, I still think I've looked at that model and I thought it was the resin or the pewter one. I thought wasn't good. I will verify and make sure I wasn't confused because I could have been confusing it with the Jupiter that I looked up. But yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Jade Falcon trilogy, which you're talking about. Was it Aiden Pride? Yeah, I think it's Aiden Pride. That is probably the apex of, that is probably the apex of Jade Falcon potentially being cool. That book you're about to read is about Clan Wolf, Jade Falcon, and the Republic with Stone, Devlin Stone, the leader of it, and Malvina Hazen is the Khan of Jade Falcon, and she is insane. She is the Great Threat. Kind of genocidal, I suppose, or might be a better term, but like, if she conquers something, she goes in and kills a whole bunch of people after it's done. They're going to talk about that in the book, but it's, for most Battletech people at this point that are up to snuff on the fluff, they know that Malvina Hazen is insane. Like Dragon here could probably fill you in more. She is not... Jade Falcon is not good right now. They are very not good. But you'll enjoy that book because Jade Falcon is one of the big players in it. Yeah, pretty much. I'm waiting on my my decals to come in from Fighting Piranha. I ordered some Wolf's Dragoon ones so I could paint up a small lance or 2 of Wolf's Dragoons. It's not going to be 100% canon accurate because like I'm not going to have 5 clan mechs and 4 inner sphere mechs and just run Lance and Star. I'm just going to mix and match stuff because they're mercs. I'm just going to make it work. Yeah, so I got those decals coming so I could paint up probably a couple groups of mechs for my my mercs and have the Wolf's Dragoons as some allied forces to run with them, and then also because their connection with Clan Wolf, when I get my Clan Wolf stuff painted, it'll all kind of make sense, mixing and matching some pieces here and there, and maybe even work on some vehicles to go with my mercs as well. I've got some printed. I just need to start painting stuff up, but pretty excited about it. I just got to pick up a few more mechs I want for my Wolf's Dragoons. At a minimum, I'm already going to have a rifleman, a warhammer, an archer, some form of an inner sphere light, maybe a clan light, we'll see. Looking at maybe picking up a marauder, maybe dipping into my clan stuff and having a Timberwolf with them, a Loki 2 Prime, and then I was thinking about maybe a Direwolf, thinking about maybe Marauder 2. It depends on what I can find. There isn't a lot of good... The Marauder 2, I want to get real models if I can, not just 3D prints. It's not a really good Marauder 2 sculpt that I like, so I thought about just painting a standard Marauder. It wouldn't be as accurate as some of the stuff that they have, but like, it's plausible they could have one at some point. So was thinking about it. I don't know. But yeah, John, I was hoping you were gonna make it down last night to help me look at my vehicle and then like just stay over. We could have talked BattleTech today while I waited on my buddies to show up to help me with my car, which they said they likely won't be able to make it till around 6, so it'll be after the stream. But we could have talked BattleTech, could have showed you some Alpha Strike stuff.
Armor alert!
Hey! Don's Wergo coming in. Alright, it's cool. Life happens. I get it. I get it. Focus! What's up? What's up? Zelicons, hey, hey, hey. And Mr. Don Z Wergo, how you doing? I really appreciate you, Don, and Zelicons. You guys raid me all the time, and you paint a lot of Gundams, and I paint a random ass shit, and you guys still pop in and help support what I do, so I really appreciate it. Thank you. How was your stream? What were you working on today? Okay. Stream was great. I finished the out of the box suit of the Ashtray Red frame Kai. Next time we're gonna do the big sword for him. Let's check out what you got. I see a Wicked Jexter sticker over there, methinks. Very cool, man. I tell you, I really, really, really want to see you guys work on... This is just a step before I get messy, so... Yeah. I really wish that one of you guys would work on one of the Xenogears Gundam models from Square. I know that they're expensive, but God, you guys would kill it. I think it would be cool. Also, Don, I think you and Zelicons were talking about going in together to pick up some stencils from DRD, adhesive ones. Drop me a DM on Instagram or Facebook or Discord. If you guys do want to do that, I can get you a discount code for being a content creator. That'll help out. It's still the shipping's still gonna suck ass, but if it's something you guys are gonna use on stream and you're gonna post on social media, 100% we can get you a good deal. Just make sure you tag us when you post stuff up. So if that sounds like something you want to do, let me know, and just you can send me a message, and we'll work out the details for you. And Dragon, I saw Blaine post. Sounds like Shrapnel issue 5. He just finished it. He said there was no mech combat in it, but there's a story in there, so I'm definitely gonna have to pick that that issue up when it comes out. Yeah, man, I'll get you guys hooked up. We're always trying to work with content creators, and every little bit helps. I don't want to be out in the public about the discounts we offer to content creators, but like I said, toss me a DM and I'll talk particulars with you, and we'll get you hooked up with a discount code. Yo, Nomadic Chris. Speaking of awesome content creators, look at this guy. Look at this guy. If you guys aren't following him, pop on over, hit that follow button, show some hobby love, and let me know, or let him know who sent you. I can tell you this, it'll that discount will it'll be better than my stream one. It won't be quite as good as wholesale, but it'll be pretty good. What up, Clan Wolf? You finally home from the work? I mean, he's a poser. Actually, I don't even want to joke about that, because what's the word? Imposter syndrome's a real deal, and I don't want to joke about being a poser. I don't want to. I'll joke about a lot of stuff, but Nomadic Chris is 100% not that. Yeah. That's one of the few banters that I might refrain from or try to, because, you know, we content creators often struggle feeling, you know, adequate or worthy of what we do. I mean, you can banter him. I won't. And speaking of, how you doing, Mr. Nomadic? How are you? Spinning the yarn. He didn't. He 100% didn't. I was a little sad. I was a little sad. Little sad. He then offered to paint me a librarian and said that he wasn't super happy with that finished result. And I'm just like, dude, I liked it. It was dope. Also, don't feel obligated to paint me shit. I didn't win it fair and square. We tried. Didn't work. I assumed you threw in some points there, or threw in some, or cast your hat into the... Whatever, you put your name in there, Clan Wolf. I assume that you might have been throwing some point, or throwing your luck my way. Just didn't work out. I'm assuming. But may not actually be true. But yeah. That sounds like a good plan there, Nomadic. Taking a little step forward and then seeing how it looks. Yeah, that's got a nice sheen to it. Me too. Me too. Obviously, it's I mean, it happens. It's life. I'm trying not to let it stress me out because there's nothing I could do about it other than try and get it fixed, you know. But it does suck. Hoping the part's not that expensive, but Google says that could be upwards of $400. So, fortunately, I've got the funds to cover it, but it's unexpected, you know. But if there's one thing constant in life is that when things seem like they're going well, prepare for Murphy. It's coming. Yeah, that looks super slick. I'm really liking that. That armor is really coming together. I do wish I could get this a little brighter, but it's really hard with it's pitted with holes the way that it goes for the chains. So simply going over it with the overbrush isn't hitting them as intense as I would want. Very cool.
Squad morale restored.
Hey, Triple Diamonds, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you popping in and hanging out with us today. I'm not doing too bad. How are you? It's good to hear, man. I think we'll probably take a break here in just a moment. Go empty the bladder and grab those treats for the doggo. I am licking my paintbrush, yes. I get this question a lot, so here's my process here. Sometimes I lick a paintbrush when there's paint on it. I do. But I'll come in and I'll rinse, like that. I have a paper towel on my lap, and I drag this across, and I kind of do a light rotation as I'm pulling. And then I take this and I go, and it helps kind of pull the bristles to a point. And then if you see me lick a paintbrush that has paint on it, it's usually because there's something on here I need to get to real fast, and rinsing the brush or doing a thing, I can't get to it quickly, so I'll just go, yep, and I'll do like this, and sometimes you'll see people call it spit blending, where they've got a little bit of spit on the brush because it's moist now, and then they're trying to blend something or clean something off. So I'm using non-toxic stuff. Shouldn't hurt you. If I was using something that was toxic, I would not recommend doing that. I also feel like oil paints, that's not as big of a thing for people to be doing because you've got such a long work time with oil paints. But yep, I was licking my brush. And I've got a little spot right here I need to fix. I don't have to do that right now, but I'm going to, because it's bugging me. There's a little spot on his lip where I hit it with some of the color for his beard. So I'm just going to hit this real quick. Just touch up that bottom part of his lip. Easy peasy. There we go. Still seems a little... I guess there's an actual natural dip in his lip here on the model, which explains why it's appearing a little bit more orange. But we'll try and get a little bit of the underside to help rectify some of that. But you can see kind of right here. Still looks a little odd. There's a dip in his lips, like a little dip. And that's what's going on. Alright, so that's it, guys. We're going to go ahead and take a break, empty the bladder, and grab those treats for the doggo. This is where we currently are on our bust. And I want to come in with, I think, this paint here. And do a little bit brighter streak here and hit some of the high points and just get a little bright spot there, there. You know, push the highlight even a little bit more. Take it easy, Triple. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for that follow. Hopefully we'll catch you next time. But yeah, I think that'll add some brightness. We'll hit it like douche right around here, a little bit there, a little bit here and here and here, and that'll I think it'll pull the highlight up, the high point of the model. And then we've got the dark area back here that, you know, as we rotate, we can see. So that'll help push the shadow down and pull the light source up, or the high point of the surface. But yeah, I may regret at some point having left the eyes for last. But yeah, I also want to come in and address his teeth again. They look fine, but I want to put a little bit of probably Kerber Crimson in there, which is going to tint them red, and then repaint the teeth so to get this kind of vibe around the tooth where it's more pink and gum colored. And we've got a spot right in there where if I do it right, I might be able to use a pink flesh tone, and I might be able to give a little bit of a hint of his tongue behind the teeth. I might be able to do that if I can get in there. So we'll see what we can do. But all in all, I think this guy's coming together quite nicely. It's looking very cool. I think this is, I don't know, Nomadic Chris, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts, and it's been a while, and I don't have them here for immediate comparison, but like, there are a few things on Nemo that I really liked, but I feel like this guy's coming together as a piece better. So,
Squad morale restored.
Wheels, thank you for the follow as well. Or excuse me, Wheelie, thank you for the follow as well. So give me a moment, guys. We're going to take that break, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Xeno spotted. The Eldar approach.
You gotta wait. You gotta wait a second. I'm gonna eat my bite, and you get your bite. Okay. So we had a raid from old Steiner Miniatures here. Thank you. Yo, did I get raided by zombies too? Did I get 2 raids? I did. I come back and look like a bum, and I'm eating food. I apologize. Hang on. So, if you guys are not following Zambies, Steiner Miniatures, please pop on over. So they wasted it on me? Please pop on over. Hit those links. Hit the follow button. Show some love. Let them know what's up. For everyone who popped in, thank you for joining me. I am Justin, the Iron Painter, and today we're eating food. Now I just took a break, having a little snack, and I had to get treats for the dog. We had some treat redemption. She's already ready. She is already ready. One of the things we do here is every stream I allow 3 redemptions to give treats to the dog, and so I had to grab those when I took my break as well. So I owe her 3 treats, and she's getting super pumped about it. And then we'll get back to some painting, and I'll show you guys what I'm working on today, and a box I made at work. I don't know if I showed you guys my my Star Wars. Hey, hang on, I got you. My Star Wars Legion box. So I'll show you guys that in a moment. In the meantime, we got some dog treats. I owe her 3. These are from Daff. Daff redeemed them. You gotta wait. I gotta close the bag. I gotta close the bag, silly. Come on now. Come on, you gotta wait. You gotta give me a second. Okay. Alright, here we go. Now, she said, give me that treat. She said, give me. Was that good? Was that good? Num 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 num. Say the stream is gonna make you a fat dog. They're gonna make you a fat dog. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. You got one more. You got one more. You got it. You gonna get off. Thank you, Daff. Thank you for the treats. That was good. They was good treats. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Say Lando was gonna give you some too, but Daff did it already. Daff did it. That was it. That was it, pretty girl. You happy now? Is you happy puppy now? Nice. Thank you. Bye. She knows. After she gets the 3, her interest is 0. Alright. So, headset back on. I will feed her every chance I get. I know, she's famished, Daff. My dog is neglected. You can see her bones. Switch cameras here. Alright, so did I show you guys this box yet? Have you seen the box? If not, I will show you. And for everyone who came in those raids, this is what we're working on today. Well, last week or 2, really.
Squad morale restored.
Hutchback, thank you for the follow. Welcome. But yeah, that's what we're working on today. I got some mechs and stuff that I've been building. These are extra parts I'm using for basing on the mechs. But we got some cool stuff. So we got a wolfen. We got a werewolf, which is pretty cool. We've got a don't tell me. Tomahawk. which is very neat looking. We've got a Shadow Cat, which I thought was pretty neat. We've got a Mangano. A little bit of Dark Age stuff for you guys. Things I like. We've got a, I think this is a Lament. We've got a Raptor. This was also in the Mech Assault game. Mech Assault 2. Good stealth. Looks very cool. I like it. It's got a nice action pose to it. I couldn't really get its foot off that basing because it's embedded in it. Most of the stuff, I'll cut that stuff off and have basing that doesn't have that. But we got I think this is an Omen. I thought this looked really cool. Very chunky. Lots of guns. And then we got the Vulture 4, I think this is. It's either Vulture 4 or Vulture 3. We got a Sunder, which I think is really neat. Yeah, I picked all these because they're pretty neat. And then I've got a Dominator, which is on the cover of one of the recent books I read. I really like a lot of these newer pewter pieces from Iron Winds because you have a bit more flexibility to a degree with posing. So, like, the foot is a separate piece, the calf is a separate piece, the thigh is a separate piece, and the waist is. It makes assembly a little annoying, but it gives you an opportunity to do some interesting basing or posing. Most of the mechs where the legs aren't articulated that way, you can't do what he's doing, standing on a little piece of debris. Also, you can put a little bit of a bend on the toes and just bend the pewter a little bit and get away with some cool posing. Biggest kaijus. I don't know if they've ever fought big giant organics. Clan Wolf would know. Lando. I got 2 boxes already, but thank you. Asmodee had them in stock, the source company, and I bought them as soon as I saw them because the stuff's been selling out so quickly, so I did not put anything to chance. That said, if you want to drop a link in the Facebook or Discord to their website or their store, I'm happy to send some business their way because I am probably not the only one who wanted ARC Troopers. There's probably some people in the community who might also want them. So if it helps send some business their way, win-win. Alright. Hey, what's up, Leaf? And I had at least two people that were looking out for me. You and Nestor were looking. Nestor was looking for his local shop for me, and about the time I got him from Asmodee, he messaged me. He's like, "Yo, they just came in stock." I'm like, "Yeah, I just ordered." Anyway, so here's my box for Legion. If you guys haven't seen it, I can't take credit for this image. I took it off of Google. Thought it was cool. I did design this little dealio, this etching. Box, and it opens, and it flips, and it can slot back down, so you have a dice tray rolling. Well, thank you, Lando. I appreciate it. Sorry for the inconvenience, man. That's the downside of trying to have people hunt for kits and models for you, is that depending on where it comes in first, you may end up not getting all the things. But anyway, it's got a foam for dice rolling. We got a slot in here for our measuring widgets and movement widgets. Got a row for cards. So I've got all of our upgrade cards and stuff in here. Some extra ones over here. These probably could fit over there. We got some room. But these are not upgrade cards. They're like something to do with missions or something. So I kept them separate. We got Boba because I don't have any Imperials other than him. So I made this thing. It says missions. Little slider. We got our mission cards. Then we've got command. And then we've got all the command cards that are behind it. Then we've got this symbol I grabbed off of Google, a little rebel symbol. Also have that as a vinyl decal on my light here. Then our rebel cards, and then I've got the limited edition Luke Skywalker. I sleeved it. Get that. It'll fit with some sleeves. And we got the Galactic Republic. And then we got all of our cards in there. So, pretty neat. And then in the front here, we've got our tokens. So damage tokens, aim, surge, and dodge. We've got our unit pogs or Thelios here. So we got those. And then probably the coolest thing about this box is the tray comes out. So you can take it with you, move it around with your tokens. And then we've got areas for our dice. And then it says crit happens. I mean, I did just date myself. I owned Pogs as a kid. I did. So those go in there. And as long as they're all flat, this will go back on top. Boop. Sits down on there. And then, like I said before, it sits down. We got a little bit of a lip. So if you're trying to get some game action in, just be like, bam! And for Alpha Strike, that would have been a pretty good roll. Pretty good. Boop. So yeah, pretty neat. Then when we're done, flip back over, push down, good to go. I thought about doing something like this to carry some of my BattleTech stuff. Have a cool mech symbol on here or something, and maybe a few boxes that slide in that hold mechs, like a lance or something. I thought that might be pretty cool, but might be a little bit fancy of a box just to, you know, move some mechs around, but could be a cool little thing. So yeah. All right, Bubble, you gotta watch out. I gotta set this down. Back up, pretty girl. Come on, back up. I gotta set this box down, and you're in the way. I don't have any more. That was all you got. Watch out, pretty girl. Watch out. You got back up. You got back up for me. You're not in trouble. I just need you back up so I can set this down. Thank you. All right. All right. So, oops. Forgot the raptor was over there. All right. So we'll get back to some painting here. Let's put our debris down. I did have I forget who I showed. Somebody asked me about selling them a box. I don't know what that would even cost. Alpha Strike cards would fit pretty well. I don't know if we could get record sheets in there, because you'd have to have like a 8.5 by 11 or whatever a standard sheet of paper would be to fit that, and that would be kind of tough. And then you know, it would depend on how many record sheets you had, you know, sheets of paper, things like that. It could be difficult, but it'll fit for Alpha Strike. It'd be perfectly fine as is, I think. I mean, I would make adjustments, but also we're working on making some tokens for BattleTech as well. You know, keeping track of critical hits and things like that. So having the little tray dividing the tokens would not be a bad idea either. Okay. All right, so let's get back at it. Mix this up some of this really bright silver here. Where is my... There it is. Ooh, I also need to get this prepped over here, so I have a little bit of clear solution to work with. Should I need to blend anything? So, Clan Wolf, what's on the agenda today? What you gonna work on? You gonna do some hobbying? You gonna do some hobbying, Mr. Clan Wolf? I thought for sure that would fit on there. It didn't. Alright. So my water mix has, I guess has a little bit of flow improver and drying retarder in it, and then I put just a smidge of glaze medium. And that was it. And then over here I've got a little bit of glaze medium and water just mixed up. It looks like there's colors under it, but it's just translucent, so I'll grab that, and mostly so that if I get too much of an intense color down here, I could grab that clear stuff and feather it quickly. At least in theory. Don't always get to it as fast as I would like, but it's there should I need it. That's probably something you might see with someone trying to do like two-brush blending. Not something I do or would likely be good at. But generally with two-brush blending, I believe you'll see the one main brush with the paint and then another brush loaded up with a medium to feather and blend. So that, you know, I just have the one brush and I have that ready in this and try and switch between them quickly when I can. I'm currently using Flow Improver from Reaper. And then I've got, I think, some dry retarder over here too. So it's Flow Improver. My drying retarder it might have been empty. Yeah, drying retarder. It's almost empty. I only have a little bit left in there. It's an older bottle. I need to order some more. Probably need to put this over here so I remember I could order some today. Actually, no. Scratch that. I got a brand new bottle up here. Ha ha! Ranthalion or Ranthalion 75. Thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. That's a fitting question, as I am also working on a Reaper bust here. And I've got this metallic thinned down pretty thin. I'm not trying to just straight up paint with it. I'm trying to get like kind of translucent gradients with it. So I've got it pretty pretty throttled down. I'm a big proponent of you can always add more paint, can't add less, so I try and build stuff up when I can. It does slow me down. There are some painters that are more efficient and they know what they want to do immediately, but I do a lot of build up because I'm not as confident in some of the things I do. So that is always, in my opinion, a good rule of thumb, though, especially if you're not confident in what you're working on. You can always add more paint. You can't come back and add less, or at least not do that easily. So building up layers and glazing and filtering to help build your colors and your transitions may take some time, but at least you don't mess up and have to start over, or it's a little bit more forgiving should you approach that type of breakpoint. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm really liking how that's looking. Yo, Lando, those jump packs are pretty nice. I like the 30K vibe you got going on. Yeah, I think that looks really, really neat. I don't know, the standard or the more jet engine look over what the other standard ones look like is really nice. Yeah, they look awesome, dude.
Squad morale restored.
Hey, Vamp Cash, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate all the love today, folks. Thank you. Yeah, I've looked at some of their bits before. I used to do a lot more hunting for conversion bits back in the day. Not so much now. I actually had one of my former commission clients ask me about doing a custom character for him, a custom Primaris Pedro, and I was like, yeah, but do you know what bits you want to use? Because I haven't kept up with the new stuff, so I don't know where to source all the stuff or what kits it's in without going through the whole line. So I was like, do you know kind of what you want? He did not. So I used to keep up with that. And I know there's a few pretty well known, third-party bits people out there, and then or custom bits, and then actual parted out kits for bits. Like, I know that stuff's out there, just don't know where all the things are these days, or even what bits to have used for that. So it was a little unfortunate. Alright, so I'm going to come in here. I'm going to grab a little bit of, I think this is Opulentus Black. Just going to use that for, I'm going to fill in some of these pitted areas with a little bit of this ink. Add a little bit more depth to some of this stuff. Yeah. Okay. Flip them over here. dog is freaking out about something. Hang on one second, guys. Yeah, somebody was here. I don't know who or what. I don't know if that's Dusty. Hang on one second. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sitting here trying to figure out who it was. There was a car here and there wasn't a car here. It's nonsense. Alright. So I was doing ink a second ago, and we were on this shoulder, I believe. And I do think he is looking pretty cool. Alright, so what else do I got here on my desk? Those might be fun to play with. Before we transition though, let's use a little bit of the ink I've got left here. Let's see, right here, get a little something. Okay. And then I could probably stand to brighten up that edge. Alright, so kind of want to play around with these and see what cool stuff we can do. Oh, we gotta jab holes in them. So this is, whoa, that is definitely not mixed. So this is light rust, it says. This is orange. Which we've used this one before. So we go orange. And then this one is medium. Probably more on the red spectrum. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to play around with a little bit of those and kind of see what kind of cool stuff we can maybe get out of them. Pretty neat. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Very cool looking. am liking where he's going. It's very cool. It makes his armor feel like old and beat up. I like it. Has anyone in the stream worked on any a bust of their own, or have plans to ever work on one? Is this something that interests you, or are you just kind of hanging out watching me do it? I don't have a lot of experience doing bust work, but this has been a lot of fun. Yeah, Valfera, I don't do a lot with lacquer paints or enamel paints. I've got a few weathering rust paints that use, I think they're enamel based. I don't use them very often. See, I do a lot of acrylic stuff. Occasionally I'll use an oil product for something. I know James Wapple does a lot with oils on miniatures, so that's probably something I should try out sometime. But I use mostly acrylics. Busts are a nice change of pace for me because they are larger, like you were saying. But I predominantly do like sci-fi, small model scale, 40K kind of realm sized stuff. I worked on this because I just finished some BattleTech, and I thought that not only the stream but myself could use a little bit of a palette cleanser. Didn't see all the same things for long durations. My BattleTech project took me a bit to complete, so several weeks of watching me paint the same 3-4 mechs I felt might have been a little draining, so changed it up a little bit. Yeah, it's fair. The problem with Gundams is large flat surface areas. So you were talking about using an airbrush, which 100% makes sense for that project. But with busts and things that are more organic and less flat, you could do a lot more with them and not worry so much because they're forgiving. Large flat areas with acrylic can be tough. And if I was doing a Gundam, I'd have probably 100% just grab the airbrush and do as much as I could with that because of large flat areas, for sure. That said, I think Gundams probably lend themselves pretty well if you're going that route to use dry brushing too, because while you may have lots of flat surfaces, you do have lots of nice crisp hard lines to catch with a dry brush, so it makes that part at least a little bit speedy for part of the painting process. Whereas like organic stuff like this, you can use dry brushing. There's just certain areas that don't catch the brush quite like a hard flat corner does. Yeah. Yeah, so that's going to play a lot with your pre-shade or your zenithal or how you prep the model for sure. Yeah, I've not done any. I've not really done much with lacquers. Definitely haven't done any anime style skin tones. Do you have any examples of stuff you've worked on, or on Instagram? I'd love to check out what you're talking about. I mean, I kind of have an idea of like an anime skin tone is or complexion, but like I've never really painted one. Same kind of way with doing like cell shading or comic book style painting. I've never really done that. It's a thing you can do, and I feel like even on the same topic, Gundams would lend themselves really well to that style because they're from being from an anime or cartoon. but it's not something I've really done a lot with. Oh, if you have a link regardless that you'd like to share, I'll check it out. Okay. I was thinking the eyes look really cool, man. I guess I was thinking more like let's see. I'm familiar with a little bit of Dragon Ball, so like I was thinking more like this is a good example. So you see how he's got like the bright area. Like the bright area like here and then the shadow here, but there's no real gradient. It's just like bright flesh tone, dark flesh tone, and a hard line, right? I struggle with that concept. I can't really do that. Same on his like his shoulders and his biceps. He's got like the shoulder, and he's got like bright line, dark line, you know, dark line, bright line, dark line, you know, and then even darker down in the armpit area, and it's like that's color A, color B, color C. Color B, color A, you know, and it's like I struggle with that concept. So Kevin, no, I'm waiting on my friend to get here when he gets off work. He's going to be checking out the vehicle for me. He works at a car place, and his buddy formerly worked at the Dodge place as a mechanic here in Ashboro, and they're going to take a gander at it and see what they think it is. I'm hoping it's a simple fix, so we'll see. But I don't know a lot about cars, so I'm more interested in having somebody I know work on it, or if they can't, to refer me somewhere they trust, because I don't know anything and I don't want to be taken advantage of. Guys, I really, really don't know anything about cars. I could drive that thing. That's about the extent of it. Painting minis and computers has always been my thing. And I'm not even up to date on computers these days. Stuff moves so fast in that realm. I've not been there. The place that I have gone previously was Allen Automotive down towards the mall. I think it's Sunset it's on. I've been there a lot, but it's for basic stuff, you know, and I don't know. I'm really reluctant. I'm worried somebody's going to, pull the wool over my eyes type of thing, you know. And Valfera, yeah. So what you're kind of talking about is, well, maybe, but with like non-metallic metal painting on minis, they look a certain way from a certain angle, and then you pick them up and it's different because the angle moves, your perception moves, or angle perception moves. So they look right from one angle and they look different from another, and it can be odd. It's meant to be viewed from a certain perspective. Yeah. Last time I saw that place, their parking lot was full. Thank you for the link. If I have to start looking for a mechanic shop that can do it, if my buddy can't, I'll check them out. That's pretty awesome.
Squad morale restored.
Lag zero, Lagolul. I probably messed it all up, but thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Cake Fisk, how you doing? Maybe we just can't see it. Maybe it's down by his waist, which is just outside of eye shot.
Squad morale restored.
Hey, RJ. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And thank you. Yeah, so it's got kind of a... Yeah. It's not quite cell shaded, but I get what you're saying. Yeah. So it's the same kind of style with like the so like I was talking about with Dragon Ball Z. Oh, the link's gone. But like doing so, his edge highlights are black instead of being an actual highlight. It's blacked out. But like this is meant to be a sheen, right? A sheen. And it's got a hard line, so it's like blue. Black line white, black line blue, kind of a darker yellow, lighter yellow, white, black line. Like those hard contrast or hard jumps are really hard for me to comprehend. I get it; it looks great, but it's just color placement and knowing where to put it, and that's very difficult. Whereas for me, I would want to blend all of that. So like right here, I'd want to have a gradient or a transition. So more of a natural, realistic look versus a comic book or anime style. This is very interesting. I have a really hard time understanding how I would even... Like, if somebody asked me to do that, I don't know if I could do it. It would be very, very hard. Very, very hard for me. It's a hard concept. It is very cool. It is super dope. And Cake Fisk, this is one of Reaper's busts. They don't have many of them. I couldn't find them on the website the other day. I tried. I couldn't find them. I didn't know if they discontinued them or what, but I could not actually get them to show up. I did try because I was going to point them out on the stream to people, but it did not come to pass.
Squad morale restored.
Yep, they don't do a lot of busts though. Henry JF, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you popping in. So I'm kind of coming over with a little bit of a glaze of that original rust color just to tone down some of that orange. It was a little bright. So just toning some of that down a little bit.
Squad morale restored.
Hey, Val! I appreciate that too. Thank you. With all the chatter, I thought you were already following, but you've hit the follow button now, so I appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, Teal, what's up, man? Catch me right here at the end of the stream. I was glad I got to hang out a little bit last night, participate in your stream raiders, and watch you work on that orc, bro. Lurking and working. Valfair, that is possible. I've heard of Twitch doing weird things.
Squad morale restored.
Dythwin0? Forgot right. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, shitty reason why indeed. But yeah, gotta take the bad with the good, I suppose. I do feel like I've gone a little overboard on the rusty stuff on this. I probably should have picked a few spots instead of so many, but whatever. It is what it is. I think he's cool looking nonetheless. He's just an old, beat up, and battered dwarf. Perhaps this little dwarven clan no longer exists, and he's the last of a dying breed, and the anvils of creation no longer get struck for his clan, and therefore his armor is all that he has left. And he shall wear it until he dies, or until Mother Earth reclaims it. Perhaps that is what it is. I don't know. It's kind of my narrative thought form. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I think I do think some little bit of blood spatter might not be bad. I don't want to go overboard with extra effects and stuff on him, but a little bit might actually be good for it, considering his eyebrow is cut and his shoulder is cut. Well, I guess this was traps. His trap's cut, I think. You know, so that actually might not be the worst idea that we've had on the stream. So yeah, but I do think it is pretty neat. I think once we get the bone colors in, that's going to help break up the armor. We'll get these little rings here, gold. I want to come in and I want this to be gold as well, or copper, bronze, whatever. Some kind of, to be specific, a yellow style of metal, a yellow reddish style of metal. And then I've got I've got some like this verdigris. Could probably play around with that a little bit, around this little kind of nut that he's got there, and right around the edge where it meets the armor plates. Have a little bit of build up that could be really cool. But I kind of felt like a little bit of gold at the top of his armor would have been a good place for that to be, help break up the silver. And then the rest of him, which we could probably tackle before we get off today. This part, pretty simple. Just give us a pretty good visual of how things might look. Okay, let's see here. Usually save this step for last, but I think it'll help us kind of grasp where exactly our dwarf is. Yeah, I feel like it might be a little much, but I like it too. I feel like if anything, it just helps balance some of the colors. If I had to do this again, I feel like maybe I would make his shoulders blue. But I don't know. Or gold, maybe. Or maybe just leave it the way it is. I don't know. I feel like that little hint of color is really neat, and he's got that lots of cool silver going on. And I've got a little plinth for him as well, a little small one to put him on when he's finished. But yeah, I think that looks really cool, guys. I think next time we're on, I need to finish this gym here. And then I need to, I want to do a little bit extra on his teeth. It's a small area, but I want to hit it with this Curved Crimson, and then come in with a little bit of flesh or bright pink. Hit the center like it's so stupid. In between his teeth, so give the illusion of a tongue there. It's very subtle, but I think I might be able to hit that hint, and you'll be like, oh hey, there's a little fleshy bit hanging around. And then repaint the teeth white, so the edges will kind of fade to a little hint of pink, so you get that gummy feel. And then we'll tackle his eyes and see what we could do. And then maybe if I'm feeling it, maybe we'll come in with a little bit of blood effects, and we'll hit his left eye, and we'll have a little bit of a drip, actually like under the bag of the eye, and a little extra actual blood, and maybe some actual like trickle from the cut down to his brow, maybe just a very subtle amount. Same thing over here, maybe. This may be one of those where less is more, so I'm not sure. I do need to still do the eyes. And then this ear, which I don't think this is how it's supposed to be. Now let's see what we've got over here. Yeah, I think he's supposed to have like an earring or something in his ear, but on that right ear. But it is, if there is an earring there, I can't tell. I think that this came out of he is pretty creepy looking, but I think the mold is a little old, and the silicone kind of probably is torn a little bit from the ear details, and I think that part of the detail got lost and the ears mangled a little bit more than it should be. So I think I might actually come in with a little bit of red and this kind of glossy blood and make it look like his ear's been hit, like he got hit with a small mace or something that's studded and it's shattered, or you know, almost like a meat cleavered his right ear. So you can see the left ear's fine, the right ear's pretty mangled, and if he had some jewelry there and he took a cleaver to the ear, it might have actually fucked his shit up pretty good. So if I come in here and I do a little bit of hint of red with the ink, like this, to kind of make it look irritated and sore, and then hit it with something that looks like blood, I think that'll look like a pretty mangled ear and actually be pretty cool. So, and Teal, speaking of the dead eyes on him, I had a really pretty macabre, is that right, or morbid thought for this guy. I'm not gonna do this, but if you look like here, this whole area that's not part of the model, I don't know what it would be like here. I could have done some dirt, so it just looks like it's like basing or something, but no. And then it goes up in here, and I was like, what if in some weird jacked up world, all the busts I painted were meant to look like characters in that world that a weird psychotic painter person, not painter, but weird psychopath in this realm, this was a real dwarf. And he cut him up and posed him this way, and he has no arms, so I was just like, I could do bloody stumps where the guy, like, he pinned him and got him in position and hacked his arms off to make this pose, and his eyes are actually dead because this guy is dead because some weird psychopath in that universe took this dude, and he was just like, cool, blah, and made a freaking effigy out of him. Like, that's some Hannibal Lecter shit. And then I was like, that is gross and psycho, right? Right, but the eyes. Yeah, necromancy, the eyes. It was really, really weird. And actually, now thinking about it, if we had painted him where he looked like dead and decayed zombie and left his eyes that way, that would have been pretty creepy. We're not going to do that, but it would have been pretty creepy, right? Right? But yeah, I think that guy's looking pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm very happy with where he is currently at and the speed with which we have got there. Hang on one second. All right. Right. I was going to address that email real fast. Hang on one second, guys, and we'll get ready to sign off here. Okay. Alright, guys. So I may just sit there and wait while I answered that email real quickly, and now I'm going to have to start my sign-off for the day. We ran over. But let's see who we've got online for a little raid. Alright, who we got online today? Mohawk is on. I think we're going to go over to Cutthroat Cure today, guys. If you guys happen to go over in that raid, make sure you hit that follow button, spam some emotes, and let Mr. Devin know who sent you. Spread that hobby love. Follows are free, and they help support what we do here on Twitch. So again, if you guys happen to go over there, hit that follow button, show that hobby love. Now, as we end today's stream, I will probably be a little bit brief and to the point, as we ran over a little bit today from our normal time. Is he painting with his mouth? He's painting with his mouth. Weirdo. Oh, welcome back, zombie. So as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. It's been rough with the car going down, but we did manage to get some progress in today. Hang on. Zombie, this is where we got to. He's almost finished. He's almost done. Almost done. Anyways, that said, thank you guys for hanging out with me and keeping me company. It helps keep me grounded, keeps me sane, and lets me know that despite the dumb bullshit that might be happening in the world and happening to me, it doesn't last forever. We'll get through it. I'll get my car fixed and be on to the next problem in life that will crop up. It just sucks when it happens because no one likes when things don't go according to plan. It is the way it is. But as always, I'd like to encourage you guys. Daff, thank you for the compliment, sir. I'm not sure I would agree with you, but I always try and be humble. So even if I was an award-winning artist, I would probably still feel the same way. So, but I appreciate it. Thank you. But that said, thank you guys for keeping me company. I really do appreciate you, and I hope, despite anything that's going on in your life, you consider picking up that paintbrush and putting paint to model. Sometimes life has a way of grinding us down. Sometimes our hobby time that we invest in isn't always rewarding. Sometimes it's stressful. Sometimes life is stressful. Try to make changes as necessary to make sure that your time engaged, your time spent on working on your miniatures is bringing maximum happiness. It is your escape from reality, one little brushstroke at a time. Don't get so lost and focused on the end result that you forget to enjoy the path, the journey getting you there. And I know that sounds a little bit cliche, but if I only cared about the finished product on the dwarf, I would not be appreciating the cool little story we had about necromancy and the rust and the little gems and all the little minutiae of what's going on here. I would only be focused on getting them done. You take a moment, stop to smell your painting roses, enjoy each little mission, each little task that you complete on your path to finishing your miniature, your project, your models. Oh, now I'll cut this again. Yeah, it's because I've been lazy. This is twice in the last few months that I've grown it out. It was probably about twice as thick as this, and I finally cut it. The grooming that comes along with the beard is it's more than I can stand. So we're getting to a point where it's time to get the shears and just buzz it. I do like it. I think it fills my face pretty good, and I think I could pull off a reasonably cropped beard. But it got down to like I don't know, like that or something, and it was just I started looking crazy. My hair started coming down and curling out the side because I didn't know how to groom it, and it was bad. So, Daff, enjoy your nap, and thank you for hanging out with me today. But anyways, guys, I digress. We got me off topic here. Lose yourself in this hobby, in your miniatures. The world, reality, has a way of being somehow beyond and outside of our control, but this is somewhere where you do have control. As Bob Ross would say, this is your world. You are the creator. With one brushstroke at a time, you can forge a narrative, a universe of your choosing. Every piece that you pick up can have accolades, a universe they hail from, a name, battles they've taken part in. What are those to you? Please keep painting. Forge those narratives. Get out there on social media. Be proud of your art. Whether you're getting on Instagram or various Discords, getting on Reddit, getting on Facebook, DeviantArt, wherever it may be. Broadcast your miniatures to the world, loud and proud. Be excited about it. It doesn't matter if you're an award-winning artist, someone new, or someone in between. Get out there. Spread that hobby joy. There's someone right now who's not motivated. There's someone right now who's never been exposed to the hobby. There's someone right now who's down in the dumps. They're not feeling good. Your post may be the one that comes across their social media feed and exposes them to this hobby, gets them into something new, helps motivate them to paint, or just makes them feel good. There's enough negative bullshit on our social media feeds every day. Let's try and combat that by posting the things that make us happy, our art, our craft, the things that we all enjoy. And as we end today's stream, as we always do, I highly encourage you guys to leave the world a better place than you found it in every sense of that statement, in every way that you could interpret it. It pays to be kind always. Those that you engage with may be having a bad day, a bad week, a bad month, a bad year, a bad go at life in general. And simply by smiling, making eye contact, holding a door open, making someone feel like a valuable human being can be that difference between a good day and a bad day for them. You may not even realize it at the time, but you can plant that seed that will grow into something great. I promise you that you are armed, you are equipped with the tools should you bring them to bear to have a positive impact on others should you choose to. I highly encourage you guys to sail through this life leaving positivity and happiness in your wake. There's enough negativity and bullshit in the world. Let's be a part of the solution and not the problem. As we end today's stream, I'm going to step down from our pulpit, kick that soapbox out from under me, and thank you guys one more time for hanging out with me. We're going to get this raid going over to Cutthroat Cure. Hopefully you guys will enjoy hanging out with Devin. If you do, hit that follow button, spam some emotes, and let them know who sent you. Thank you one more time for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate you. As always, keep painting those models, keep rolling those dice, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.